Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with Nate Fit, where we help you create a movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on shoulders. So we're going to start off with our shoulder cars. You can do this in a seated position or you can do it standing. We're going to start off with the straight arm. We're going to keep our elbow straight as we go through our full range of motion of our shoulder. So we're going to come across the midline into adduction, coming up into shoulder flexion, coming away from midline, which is abduction, internally rotating that bicep down towards the floor as we come around behind into extension and down to our side. And then we'll reverse extension, external rotation, rotating that bicep up towards the ceiling, coming nice and close to midline, bicep close to the ear, rotating that bicep towards the ceiling as we come across midline and back down to our side. And we'll go again. We're going to do 3 reps. Coming across into adduction, flexion, coming away from midline now, internally rotating the shoulder, coming around behind into extension and down to our side. And then we'll reverse extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, across midline as we rotate that bicep towards the ceiling and down to our side. And again, across midline, coming up into flexion, nice and slow as we go through that range of motion, internally rotating, bicep facing towards the ground, coming around behind into extension and down to our side, and reverse extension, external rotation, coming nice and close to that ear with the bicep, across midline as we turn our bicep towards the ceiling and down to our side. We'll go to the other side, make a fist, elbow straight. Here we go, coming across midline. Want you to create as much tension as possible as we go through this, giving as much information to the brain as we can, internally rotating, coming around into extension and down to our side. Bicep is pointed towards you. And now reverse extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, across midline, rotating that bicep towards the ceiling and down to our side. And again, nice and slow, controlling every part of the movement. We're just drawing a big circle with the fist as we add a rotational component. Good. And reverse. Extension. External rotation. Coming up into flexion. Across midline. And down to our side. And we'll do one more on this side. Adduction. Coming up, bringing that bicep close to the ear. Coming away from midline, internally rotating into extension and then down to our side and reverse. Extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, cross midline, and down to our side. Excellent. Next, we're going to go to our scapular cars. So for this one, fists out in front, arms are going to stay straight the whole time. We're going to take our scapula through their range of motion. We're going to start by punching forward. That is protraction, elevation, retraction, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then dropping down. Again, punching forward, bringing those shoulders nice and close to the ears, squeezing back, dropping down. One more time here, protraction, controlling the whole movement, shoulders to the ears, squeezing back, dropping down. We'll give those arms a quick shake. And then we'll go in the other direction. Fists out in front, elbows straight, squeezing back. It's retraction, elevation, protraction, depression. Squeezing back, shoulders to the ears, punch forward, drop down. One more time, retraction, elevation, protraction, and depression. You can give your arms a quick shake. I'm sure those shoulders are burning. Next, we are going to do our capsular cars. So in our capsular cars, our shoulder is going to rotate in socket. So we're just going to rotate the humerus, which is the bone that comes out of the shoulder, in socket. So we're going to go 90 degrees here. We are going to slowly rotate our wrists down towards the ground as we keep our elbows parallel to the ground. You're going to rotate as far as you can. And then we're going to come back up. I want you to squeeze that fist. Make sure there's a lot of tension as we do this. You're going to rotate back as far as you can, bringing the wrist behind the elbows. And then slowly coming back down. This is internal rotation. Keeping those elbows high. Pause. And then rotate back up. This is external rotation. Far as you can, reach back with those wrists. And reverse, we're going to do 5. This is number 3. Rotating down. And coming back up. You can probably feel those shoulders burning now. And again. Keeping the elbows high, rotating the wrists down. This is number 4. And back up. And one more. Rotating down. Far as you can. And coming back up. And that's 5. Give you a second here. Give the shoulders a quick shake. And next, we are going to go to abductions. For this one, we're going to have our fists out in front, or you can have your hands out in front, whichever you prefer. We're going to keep the elbows straight. And from here, we're going to press the shoulders down and slowly open up. We're going to keep our elbows straight the whole time. You should feel a stretch from your shoulder all the way through your biceps. Pause and back in. And again, opening up. Elbows are straight, shoulders are down. Feel the stretch. Pause and back in. And again. Open, open, open. This is number 3 of 5. Feel the stretch. Come back in. Again, opening up. Shoulders are down. Feeling the stretch. Pause. Back in. And one more. Try to get as much range as you can on this one. Opening up. Pause. And back in. Excellent. Next, we're going to go to a shoulder sleeper stretch. So for this one, we're going to lie on our side. This is going to work on internal rotation of the shoulder. In this position, I want you to keep your your shoulder tucked in as low as you can. Elbow is at 90 degrees. We're going to make a fist. We're going to resist our hand as we push our fist to the ground. So we're creating as much resistance as possible, lowering till we feel a pinch in our shoulder. This is stretching the shoulder in internal rotation. And then we're going to force our hand back up, creating as much resistance as possible till we're back to the start. And again, coming down, resisting that hand, creating as much force as possible. Keep that shoulder tucked. Pause. And then force that hand back up with as much resistance as you can. Good. That's 2. We're going to do 5. Coming down. Pause. And back up, resisting that fist. That's 3. Again, coming down, shoulders tucked as far as you can, and back up. That's 4. And again, coming down, creating that resistance. Pause, and back up. That's 5. We'll flip over to the other side. Tucking the shoulder, elbows at 90 degrees, hand on the fist, and resisting that hand as we come down. Pause, and back up. Again, the more force we produce, the better result we will get. Coming back down. And up, resisting as we come up. That's 2. Again, coming down. Pause, create tension, and back up. That's 3. Coming back down. Pause, and up. That's 4. And again, down. Just rotating that shoulder in socket, creating resistance, and back up. That's 5. Excellent. Next, we are going to go to our Wimmer hovers. We also call this our lying shoulder cars. We're going to lie face down. I'll demonstrate from this position here first. We're going to lie down. Fists are going to be behind the head. We're going to bring them overhead with straight elbows, coming around, trying to keep our fists as high off the ground as possible. We're going to internally rotate, come into extension, bring our fists behind our back, and then reverse the movement, straightening the elbows, coming back overhead with straight elbows, and then bending the fist behind the head. Okay, so we'll lay down. You're going to put your forehead into the ground so you won't be able to see the screen, but I'm going to guide you through it. So we're going to start off fists behind the head, elbows high. We're going to slowly straighten our fists overhead till our elbows are straight. Keeping the fists as high as we can. We'll come around, nice and controlled. Gravity is going to be resisting us. We're going to start internally rotating our shoulders, keeping the fists up as we come into extension. We're going to bend the elbows now and bring the fists behind the back, keeping them off the back, and then we will reverse, straightening the elbows, coming around, keeping those fists high, going to externally rotate so the biceps are pointed towards the ceiling, coming overhead, fists up, then bending the elbows and pulling the fists behind the head. We're going to give you a quick break between reps. This is a tough one. Gravity is really providing a lot of resistance here. Okay, forehead back in the ground, fists behind the head, elbows high. We're going to nice and slowly straighten those fists overhead. Straighten the elbows. Coming around, keeping those fists high. Internally rotating now, pointing those biceps down. Keeping the fists high as we come around behind the back with straight elbows. Then we're going to bend the elbows and bring the fists behind the back. And then reverse. Straightening the elbows, keeping those fists high. Coming around. Externally rotating, pointing those biceps towards the ceiling. Keeping the fists high as we come overhead, elbows are straight. Once the hands are overhead, then we will bend the elbows and bring the fists back behind the head. Excellent. And that is all for today. So thank you for joining. If you enjoyed the class, please give it a thumbs up. That was a tough one for the shoulders. If you need help with your shoulders, please rewind the video and do a couple extra sets of each exercise. And I will see you tomorrow.